Well, welcome to Cwrt y Gollen, the Welsh Brigade depot. Now, my memory is going back to when I first come here, so if I get things wrong, I get things wrong. But I always remember this building by here, to my left, was a museum. And the museum covered the Welsh, South Wales Borders and Royal Welsh Fusiliers. You could go in there, they were quite friendly. Matter of fact, me and my future wife went in there one day and the curator went and opened a tin of chocolate from the Boer War and he gave us a piece each, and it's the best chocolate I've ever tasted. Now, where I'm standing now is the car park for the museum. Up the passageway, straight in front, we've got used to be headquarters.
You wanted to walk up?
On the left, we've got the cricket field, and just above that is the officers' mess. I don't know how far we're allowed to go up, but what we'll do, we'll take a little walk up and we'll see if we can have a look at the gym and see what we can see up the road. Okay? Follow me. In our days, the grass was cut tidy. Bloody civvies. And I think the MOD should welter in disgrace of what they've done to this. This could have been a good camp for the Welsh regiments. Could have come down here, set up, but no, they wouldn't trust us in Wales, so they sent us to England. I suppose we had to hire the standards on that side of the border, but never mind about that. And coming up on the right hand side was the gym. My favourite place. It not only gave me a pain in the head, pain in the chest, it also gave me a pain in the arms. This was the torture chamber of the camp. You've got the fields over there, which I remember, and you've also got the square. Still a bit of a state, and the pavilion down there for the passing out parades. Yes, fetches back memories, good memories, but matter of fact, I met my wife here 52 years ago. This one you're running. And August this year we'll be married 50 years. So again, fetches back good memories. Over to our left, you can just about see it now. Behind the cars was the old officers' mess. The reason the officers' mess is down there is because there were so many Henrys that the dudes had to keep the noise down, and they couldn't keep the noise down, so they moved them away so we couldn't hear it. And the dreaded place in the camp is just inside the gates on the left hand side, which was the Welsh Brigade guard room. And you had to go down there if you got picked up 6, 8 and 10 for show parade if you'd done anything wrong. I never seemed to get anything right when I was there, but never mind, I enjoyed it. If we carry on and we were allowed through the gates and we went right, we'd go up and you'd come to the cookhouse. Don't know if the cookhouse is still there. We'll have a look and see what we can see. And past the cookhouse, the road forks, and on the right hand side, when you take the right fork, was the medical centre. And you carry on, and it went round, and it went down to the back gates, so you could get into the married pads accommodation down that way through the single gate. If you take the one to the left, you had education company, education block. The next block then was the training block for recruits. That was 2 blocks. There was 3 floors, and there was 2 platoons on each floor, 4 platoons on each floor. The next block up then was the junior soldiers company, and past that then was the Nishanuts. So I don't know if they're still there. This is the gym. Bit of a sorry sight. There's the wood coming down, paintwork. Yes, that reminds me of a veteran. At one time it was good, it was needed. Now you're not needed and you've done your duty. It's left in a dilapidated state with no one looking after it. And I think that's what I would call a veteran in the gym. These trees, all these trees weren't here when I was last year. All this was open. And you could have a look around, but so many trees here now. It's just killed the place. A lot of soldiers from the Welsh regiments passed out from this place, and if my memory serves me right, I think it opened in 1962. But don't quote me on that. If you go on Google and find out, more likely I'm wrong. But I don't think so. Yes, it's just a waste of good land, good buildings that could be used. Matter of fact, this would be the perfect place to open up an hostel for veterans. You could get, I don't know how many you could get in here.
I can bring the car up and bring it up by here, alright?
I don't know how many veterans you could get in here, but this would be the perfect place because you've got the block in front, which I said was the headquarters block. That would be a perfect administration block to sort out. You could get SAFA, British Legion, Department of Works and Pension. You could get them all under one roof, so when someone comes in, they could be sorted straight away. You've got the accommodation blocks that used to be the training wings. And besides that, by getting the veterans in here, it's fetching back memories, and you could use it for a form of treatment for post-traumatic stress, for loneliness. You've got all this land here. It could be used for a better way than what it's being used now. Sounding a bit morbid, but it's quite upsetting to see the way the place has been left and how it's going downhill when it could be used. Let's look at the sign above the guard room to say it's the guard room. Let's look at the notices on the door. I don't like that notice, it says stop. You should be allowed to sort of come on and just have a look. To our right, we've got the car park area for anybody that was going to the headquarters. And if my memory serves me right, you've got the QMs was on the ground floor towards the end of the building. And just a bit further up there was another building before the cookhouse. And of course it was Cwrt y Gollen, Hazel Court, and when you come here, all the recruits were told about the ghost of the woman that got burnt to death in the mansion at Hazel Court, and she's walking around looking for one of her children. I don't know if that's right, if it was a building here that got burnt down, but nice story, especially if you're telling a recruit that's nervous. And some of the things you used to do, like put cotton onto the blankets or the sheets, so when you went to bed you pull it and the blanket would roll down. You'd have someone from upstairs on a rope, which was the rope that you used for the fire escape. You could go down the rope and tap the window, so when he looked out, 9 times out of 10 he never looked up, he always looked to the left, right or down. And you could do stupid little things like that. Not allowed now because of this word political correctness, which I think is a load of crap. We were a free country, we were allowed to say and do things in moderation, but now you're not allowed to do anything or say anything. That's why people died in the war, First World War, Second World War. Korea is for free speech, which we haven't got. I'm not political, but I can tell you straight, if Labour gets in, this country is gone. Mind you, if Conservatives get in, it could be on the way out as well. But as soon as we get out of Europe, the better, because a lot of people don't realise about the Lisbon Treaty. And the Lisbon Treaty comes in 2020. I've had a look at it, and basically in 2020 our armed forces, Army, Navy and Air Force, get handed over to the command of the EU. We're no longer a country, we're a state within the European community. We've got to change our currency to euros. We lose, Parliament loses all power to make laws. We won the bloody war. And what happens? You got Adolf Myrtle there strutting around, taking over the country, because she's done more than Adolf Hitler ever could. And you got Henkel and the rest of them. What we need is another war to go over and sort them back out and get our life back. But I'm not saying no more because I'm getting too political, and Richie behind the camera is throwing daggers in me. But like I said, this place could have been handed over, kept by the MOD and moved. Veterans on the streets, utilised the buildings, the cookhouse. This block here as an administrative block like it used to be, and I've, like I said, SAFA, British Legion, Change Steps, our charities, get them in there. But I'm sorry, but it's gone from army to veterans to money, and that's all they think of. There's 3 words I always remember in the army: use, amuse and abuse. And God, do they do it. Well, I'm signing off now because I'm getting bored. Richie's hands are getting tired and we can't get in the camp.
At the moment, let's try again.
At the moment, we will try and get in there and have a look around.
The permission.
And if we can, we'll film it again and we'll go through and we'll try to get a closer look at some of the buildings. Mind you, there's a place up there that I got caught in once on guard duty. We were on guard, 2-hour stag, and we went up and we decided to go in to pray. 2 hours later, when the relief came up to wake us up, I think we prayed enough. And we done guard then for another couple of days. I haven't been to church since. That's another story. Keep well, keep safe, and come to the museum and fetch me sweets. Lots of sweets. I'm going now. Bye.